Let's talk about Wukong. This one's close to my heart, and I'm still recovering from his cycle breaker changes, but it looks like good news this time around. In patch 1.9.2, Predecessor continuing their close watch on him after the removal of Cycle Breaker's projectile destruction, and as it turns out, they believe Wukong still has a little more room for strength, especially now that he can be locked down by a wider variety of heroes. This update is all about giving him a bit more durability early on, and more uptime on his core mobility abilities. Let's start with his Prosperous Path augment, the only one getting an update this time around. Its missing health healing is being increased slightly from 2% to 2.5%. Nothing really to get excited about. I honestly think that there is room for a complete revamp of his augment, but that could just be the fact that I don't give it as much love as I should maybe. And 5% is a respectable amount of health to be recovering. It is. There's a small general buff to his base stats. His health is going from 670 to 680. Again, a 10-point bump isn't huge, but it reinforces that early game durability theme, giving him just a bit more breathing room during those tough first few clears or lane trades. We will feel this buff the most when we are on the back foot, trying to get to safety. That small boost to health might help you get away. Now, let's talk about the Cycle Breaker ability. And yes, I know some of my brothers are still reeling from the 1.9 changes as I am, but listen in, this is a meaningful change. The damage reduction on Cycle Breaker is increasing from 20 to 25%, and its physical penetration scaling is also being increased from 45 to 50%. Now honestly, I have never really taken this ability's penetration scaling into consideration with any of my builds, as just the projectile deflection was enough for my Wukong to play around. And I'm going to take this chance to say to Omida, if you are watching this, please bring it back. Maybe give it a 75% chance to block projectiles or something, I don't know, but please. It defined Wukong's offensive capabilities for me, and no other hero fits with such an ability more than the Monkey King himself. Okay, moving on. High Impact is getting a noticeable cooldown reduction across all ranks, now going from 13 seconds down to as low as 8 at max rank. That's a pretty big improvement in terms of uptime. And the same approach has been taken towards Wind Surge. It's now dropping from 16 to around 12 seconds at max rank. Together, these two changes give Wukong a much more dynamic mid-game presence. The fact that the cooldown doesn't change at level 1, but does for all other ranks, hints at an overall buff for our guy Wukong. And it won't be as noticeable to Wukong mains probably, but it's a good step in the right direction. So what does all this mean for us Wukong players? Essentially, this patch makes him feel smoother, tankier, and more rewarding to play. And I know, it's still not bringing the Cycle Breaker we know and love back, but it's not a bad update. I can't really hate on it.